Training day nutrition is always a big one for a lot of athletes.
Thanks for tuning into this channel, but 80% of you are still unsubscribed. If you could just hit that button, it allows us to bring you loads more content and you'll be doing us a massive favour.
Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
So when it comes to a big training day, it's a good question that we get asked by a lot of athletes. And what should I be eating throughout the day to ultimately hit whether the power targets or the training session that you've been set. Generally for me, what I like to do is I do train early in the morning, which makes it a little bit easier because I get up, I'd have some porridge and I'd have a coffee. And then I can be on the bike. But for a lot of people, you'll generally find that they'll train later in the evening. Yeah, if you're training later in the evening, then obviously the key part is that you don't get a lot of insulin spikes throughout the day, because number one, that's going to make you more hungry. And generally you'll find that you probably won't be able to hit those key sessions later in the evening. Generally, when it's like that, then you'd have your breakfast. Then I generally find you'll probably come to around 10:30, 11 o'clock. You probably want to have a bit of a snack, and that can generally be an energy bar, a flapjack, just something that's not going to give you a massive insulin spike, but it'll give you a bit of energy. And then you can have your lunch. For me, I'd always have just some kind of bagel or baguette with some source of protein, and then a yogurt. What you probably find is around 2ish, if you're training at 5, then you want to have something else, and that can be some nuts, it could be an energy bar, and then you can hit that training session. And then after that, that's when I'd have my evening meal generally. Fueling fuel training is always a key one, especially if you're trying to, you're going to hit that session, but you want to recover for the next day. It's not as bad if you're just doing an hour session, then you can probably get away with it. You might want to have some carbohydrate drink, but I would, if it's longer than an hour, then that's when you probably want to be taking on 50 to 80 grams of carb, depending on just how you adapt to consuming carbohydrate, really, and what you've got coming up the following day. I think what I've generally found is that the key to it is that you just don't want to have massive insulin spikes, because that's where a lot of people go wrong with their nutrition a lot of the time. And if you get those insulin spikes, then that's generally where you pick up some kind of sickness. You just can't recover properly. So it's something to take on board.